Hey guys, welcome back to No Sticks, No Bricks, and we are still here at Seaside. We're at the Thousand Trails Seaside RV Resort, so just want to show you our site and kind of what it looks like around here. I'll be doing another 360-degree RV park tour, and I'll pop a card right there. We are in site 147, and it's got a nice big open sky for the Starlink, so the Starlink is working really good. AT&T's okay. T-Mobile's working really good. Still don't have Verizon, so can't attest to how that is, but let me show you around the site. So not too bad, plenty of room here. We even got enough room to put our sunshades out, so that's great. And then our friends Steve and Jen are right behind us, so we were able to set up our picnic tables together. We have lights strung across from RV to RV, so it's kind of cool. We have a little common area, so we're enjoying it. Seaside's really nice. This is one of the high-use parks for Thousand Trails. At least it is for our package. I'm not sure if it's high use for all packages or exactly how that works, but it is definitely high use. We can only stay here for 2 weeks, and that's exactly how long we're staying. And can't wait to explore this area some more. We're getting ready to do another hike. I know you're shocked by that. But before we do that, we're gonna check out Fort Clatsop here, right between Astoria and Seaside, Oregon. So we love these forts. There are lots of good history here.
That they always like speak back then. The object of this list is that through the medium of some civilized person, blah, 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 yeah. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Get your head?
So they were a lot shorter back then.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, I got you on video. I got you on video.
I'm sorry, viewers, you won't leave me alone.
The Clatsops and other tribes would have like a piece of cedar and then take either like little pieces of obsidian or some type of sharp rock or bone or teeth or something, and put them in intervals at what width you want with pitch. This is actually a leather cutter. But you have to wet this inner bark on most everything that you're using to make. And so I've got these little pieces here, and so I'll make some wider ones later on. And this is made just out of the inner bark here from the cedar tree.
Oh, nice.
So this is the outer bark. It's a fibrous tree. Are you guys from this area?
No.
No? Okay, well, you're in a temperate rainforest.
Okay.
So most of these trees are shade-loving trees. Our temperature average is just 45 to 65.
Yeah, it's nice.
So pretty mild. And we get about 75 inches of rain or so a year.
Wow.
But if you're up at Olympic National Park, about 3.5 hours north, you can get up to 200 inches.
Whoa!
So truly is, actually this is the largest temperate rainforest from southern Alaska to northern California in the world.
Nice.
Most of them are tropical. So the cedar is an arborvitae, and so it's got this fibrous bark, sort of like redwood trees, and it has inner bark on the inside. And So that is harvested in the spring. And you can see the pictures right here. So the young girls and the women go out to collect it, and at that time the juices are running pretty fluently between that heartwood and the inner bark. And so long as you cut about waist high and only take about 1/4 of the bark on the tree will still continue to grow and it won't hurt it. Almost everything that the indigenous people here in the area, like the Clatsops and Chinooks, make come from the cedar tree. It's known as the tree of life.
Nice.
So shelters, their homes, their longhouses, the different types of here, right over here is the models of different types of canoes that they have.
Oh, cool.
So cedar has natural oils in it. And so that deters insects and fungus, and so it doesn't rot very easy.
Nice.
And so for a canoe, you might have a down tree that's been down for 50 years, but it's still in good shape and it's not rotted. And so normally the tribal folks would look for a big tree down next to the river, and then you can sort of shape the bottom of it, let it season a little, flip it over, turn it in the water, and then take it down to your village for the canoe carvers to work on it.
So cool to see the different history around the United States. When we were stationed in North Dakota, that was also an area where the Lewis and Clark came through during their expedition. And there's a lot of Sakakawea memorabilia there. There's even a Lake Sakakawea. So that's how they pronounce it in North Dakota. And then you come out here to Oregon and they actually pronounce it a little bit different with a G. It's like a Sakagawea. So even the pronunciation is different between the states. So it's just cool how history is interpreted a little bit different depending on where you're at in the U.S. So we're digging this. This is cool. How's my honey?
Good.
Yeah?
Remember to bring bug spray this time, which, thank goodness.
A little bit buggy.
Because it's buggy, yep. So I brought sunscreen, but we don't need it. But just gonna have to start keeping it in my bag.
Yeah. I'll be your huckleberry. There's a few trails here at the Lewis and Clark National Park. We opted to do the Atoll River Trail, which is about a 2-mile out and back trail. So that's what we're gonna do.
Say no sticks, no bricks.
Did you say it?
Yeah. So in Alaska, we call these salmon berries because they look like salmon eggs.
They also call them salmon berries here because Jen and I saw like a sign with a picture of them next to that. But, that's just Jason.
That's when my birthday is. But a couple years after that. Well, we're finding out why this trail is called Steep Trail right away. Because it's going up at a pretty good incline. Does that help going backwards?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Then you just feel a burn in the front.
Woo.
Getting that old ticker going.
Yeah, some huffing and puffing going on here.
Oh yeah.
Even the 3-year-old can't.
Can't hang.
No.
I think we blew some of that carbon out.
Steep trail. No lie.
Good name. Feels good though. Well, this has been a cool hike. Glad we came. So a couple of updates real quick. We recently did a master bathroom renovation, just a small one, but it made a huge difference. We got rid of the glass shower doors that look like this. And then we put in a shower curtain that looks like this.
I hated the glass shower doors and in the track that used to be around because it was never looked clean and it was a pain in the butt to clean.
Yeah.
And so we decided to take it out, and then Jason, well, he put it all up, but I bought it. But, we got the curtain rod. It's all Walmart, you know, and then just a shower curtain and a liner. And so we took out the thing, the track. We left some of the screws in because to seal it up still.
Yeah, we got to get some white sealant
And we
still.
just got to get some white sealant, like you said, for the bottom. But it makes cleaning the shower easier. And I feel like it brightened it up a lot, surprisingly.
Definitely.
And it feels bigger.
It does feel bigger.
I don't know if it's because we don't have like half the doors, you know, always stayed here.
Right.
And it's just one thing now on travel days that's probably going to confuse me. My little checklist is to lock the shower.
Don't have to worry about that anymore.
And then, you know, we do keep our laundry basket in here, which I always thought was an eyesore. So now when it is in here and I have the curtain closed,
Can't see
you
it.
can't see it. So then we got new rugs, a couple of new little towels.
Yeah.
Eventually I'd like to totally redo the whole bathroom. Paint and all that fun stuff.
That means I'll be redoing the whole bathroom. Supervised by Jennifer.
Yeah. I'll be supervising. I'll be like, nope, but yeah. I'll pick it all out. He says he doesn't care. He just wants to be able to shower in here. So.
That's right. And those of you that have the glass doors with the tracks know what we're talking about. The battle of keeping those tracks clean are always full of soap scum and shampoo scum and God knows what else. We'll spare showing it to you because it's pretty disgusting. And we probably shed about 100 pounds of weight because those doors were heavy. They're in the dumpster here at Seaside 1,000 Trails if anybody wants them. You gotta love Fred Meyer rewards. Doesn't feel like much of a reward though. And I wasn't even done. All right, we are getting ready to do another e-bike ride. This time we're at Fort Stevens State Park, which is right up the road from Seaside, maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah, if
not too
that,
bad.
yeah.
And we're doing the Fort Stevens Jetty Loop Trail, and it's a 9-mile loop trail. And there's a cool shipwreck remains on this trail, and
I think we go by the coast.
do some beach riding again.
Yep.
Yeah, we enjoyed that last time, so should be pretty cool.
It's really nice and warm out today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 80 and sunny. This is beautiful. Got some sunscreen on though.
Yeah, definitely this time. We're learning.
We can be taught.
We can be taught, yes.
So we are at Fort Stevens, the actual fort portion. It's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting it to be made out of concrete. Usually forts like this age and stuff are made out of wood, but this is pretty cool. It's all made out of concrete, so check this out. This is kind of odd. Most of the forts that we've seen along the ocean, like they're super close to the ocean, you know, to defend from ship attacks and stuff. But this one's further back from the ocean, so I'm not sure exactly what the function of this fort was. Is the wreck of the Peter Iredale. It was a 4-masted ship that went aground in 1906. So this thing's been sitting here since 1906. There's not a whole lot left of it, kind of the skeleton. But it, I guess it ran aground due to high seas and high winds. They tried to save it and get it in the mouth of the river up here, but the wind just blew it right to this spot. There was a salvage attempt, or a few salvage attempts, where they were going to try to tow it back out to sea, but it got embedded too much into the sand because it was during the winter, October time frame, and the weather just wouldn't cooperate. So it's been here ever since.
Alright, so just a quick update to our RV organization video. I told you guys that we had ordered something from Amazon to put right here for some extra storage. So this is it. It's a card off Amazon. Jason will probably drop the link in there. We did use 3M. It has not moved on a travel day yet. It's pretty sturdy. And it's fits perfect underneath the counter. It still gives us space to get to the food pantry or come in this way. Mostly the dogs for their food and water dish. Alright, so what we use it for is all the stuff that I was cramming between the pots and pans and Tupperware and all that, like underneath the cabinet back here. So finally, I needed more organization, especially these drawers were getting kind of full, if you remember in the last video. So they're pretty deep. All our pot holders and dish rags. Stuff that we don't use every day, like a fillet knife, pizza cutter, stuff, like I said, stuff that we don't use every day, but I want to have handy. And then the bottom drawer is kind of like we have an electric food knife, my little hand blender, and stuff like that. So, kind of got the idea from Harold and Cindy from One Strange Adventure, because they have one. A little bit different model, but they're the one who gave us the idea. Fits perfect, so thank you. Plus, there is some space here that you could put stuff, so I've utilized this for when I'm kind of cooking and I need to have more room for my spices and stuff handy. I just kind of stick them on here, and then I still have all this counter space. So, but definitely remove it on travel days, otherwise you may have a hot mess on your hands.
I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear.
All right, we came out to Sunset Beach. It's probably maybe 10 miles from the Seaside 1000 Trail where we're at. And we're gonna check out the sunset tonight. It's a beautiful evening, and I'm gonna get a time lapse of the sunset. So this Sunset Beach that we're on right now, you can pretty much drive any vehicle out here. The sand is super hard packed. We've seen a bunch of little cars out here, big trucks, everything. I don't think you're allowed to camp out here. There's no RVs or anything, but definitely drive out here and enjoy this beautiful sunset and beautiful beach.
One way or the other, whether you like it or not, stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
soon as I got the time lapse set up, Lainey decided she didn't want the time lapse to happen, so she come over and just smacked the camera to the ground. Should have got that on camera.
I met a young man, searching for glory. I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road.
All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notified whenever we release videos. And here's a preview of next week's video. Can you figure out what it's gonna be about? Until next week, guys, safe travels.